I wanted to do a really quick video about wood trim, just was a really confusing topic, and I see a lot of people getting it wrong. I've gotten it wrong many, many times, of course. I'm no different. Anyway, so this is standard wood trim. This is like a coated pine. This is a 1x2, and it should be 3/4 of an inch thick by 1.5 inches tall. That's because this is sold in what's called the nominal dimension. That's through 1x2, but that's not the actual dimension of the lumber. It is actually 3/4 of an inch thick, and so 3/4 thick and 1.5 inches tall. This one's a little wonky. It's 5/8, but this is just my reference board for a project. That's a 1x2. Next step up will be something like this. This is a 1x3. This is going to be 3/4 of an inch thick, just like before, and it will be 2.5 inches tall. So 1x2. Then you have your 1x3. It's obviously taller, same thickness. Now we move over. This is a 1x4 reference board I had lying around for a project. Again, 3/4 of an inch thick and 3.5 inches tall. So your nominal is 1 inch by 4 inch. Your actual or your standard measurement is 3.5 inches tall, not 4 inches. And then here's my 1x4 versus my 1x2. Moving over, next we have this. This is my 1x6. 1x5 isn't a standard size. You wouldn't go buy a 1x5. You buy 1x4, 1x6, something like that. It's not impossible to get that size. It's just not standard. 1x6 is again 3/4 of an inch thick, and it is 5.5 inches tall. So there's my 1x6. Getting a little cropped out. There's my 1x6 next to my 1x4. That's pretty much the basics of a soft wood. If you're buying like a pine lumber, they use these nominal sizes, and just something you got to wrap your head around. I like having some reference boards like these just to keep around so I don't get to the lumberyard or whatever and buy all the wrong stuff, which we've all done from time to time, and you got to make it work. But a simple board like this with some measurements written out will keep that in mind and give you something. You look at this trim right here and you want to cover it up. You say, oh, it's probably a 1x4. Got the board right there, and you don't have to worry about knowing that I wanted this to be maybe 4 inches tall. You can't buy your 1x4. You got to go ahead and get the next size up, which this is only 3.5 inches tall. So stuff like that could save you a lot of trouble. Anyway, that is the basics of nominal sizing and some simple coated pine wood trim.